Hello. We're live. We're on YouTube today. I wanted to come across today and show you some of the products from our mini catalogue because we've only got about 6 weeks left before the mini catalogue ends, which is really scary. Really scary. So we wanted to show you how we can use one of my favorite products from the mini. I'm really going to miss this product, so if you want it, get in quick. And we also wanted to show you some amazing specials that May has. We know that the new catalogue has come out, so if you haven't seen the new catalogue yet, it has now arrived. So we're very excited that it's open and available to all customers to order. As you can see, my wish list is quite long just here. I have done an unboxing video previously of some of the products that came in the catalogue, but if you want to see more, I'll be doing some videos over the next couple of weeks with some of the new products. So today I'm just going to do one from the mini catalogue. Again, if you haven't seen that or you need a copy of the mini catalogue, just pop a comment below and I will contact you after this video. And we're going to use the beautiful Abstract Beauty suite. So I will show you how we can use that and how versatile it is by just being able to purchase one suite, how you can do quite a few different things with it. So I just thought I'd jump on today and do that. Let's pop our camera down. And once again, it wants to fiddle. So let's have a go at this today. We're going to have a look at the Hello Beautiful suite, the Abstract Beauty suite, which has the papers and this beautiful stamp set. So the Hello Beautiful stamp set, and it also has the beautiful shaped dies in here. So we're going to play with different shapes dies. It came with, the suite also came with, which I'm pretty sure, it came with the cards, so the pre-done cards. So it has the different bases. I'm missing one of the bases which I've used before, but we're just going to use these bases and the envelopes that go with it and try and see if we can just make some pretty basic cards that anybody could make at home, whether they were new or just beginning or had been doing crafting for a while. So I'm excited about those. And the embellishments that came with it were the little hexagon embellishments. So we're going to try using those. So our little embellishments are these beautiful adhesive back hexagons that come in the pink, black, and so like a greeny teal colour. So we'll give those a go today as well. Now, before I get started, I just wanted to quickly mention that we do have an amazing joining special on this month. So if you haven't seen my live over on the Facebook, let me just quickly show you what you do get in that special. So as normal, you would get the $169 you would pay, and you get $235 worth of product for free. So you can pick anything from the catalogue. And when I say anything, I mean absolutely anything from the catalogue. You can choose up to the value of $235 and you'll only pay $169. This month, however, not only are you going to get that $66 free plus postage free plus catalogues free, you're also going to get $116 worth of the new in color products free. So every year we have 5 new in colors that come out, and as of May, the new in colors have been released to customers, and you will receive those products for free, which is really exciting. So what you will receive is the 5 new in color stamp sets, which is just, they're beautiful. So we've got the Sweet Sorbet, which is like a real pinky red, which is gorgeous. You've got the Parakeet Party, which is just this bright green. It's got a different brightness to it to Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green is a little bit deeper. This one goes really well with a lot of flowers stamp sets that I've been using. Then we've got a couple of blues. So you've got Tahitian Tide. Oh, that's not showing up very well on the screen, but it's like a how do I explain it? It's like a really bright sky blue color. So what it's showing up on the screen is not 100%. I'll have to show you the card. You got Starry Sky, which is a deep blue, so it's not quite as dark as Nose Navy, but it's a deeper blue, which is really pretty. And then Orchid Oasis, which is like a purpley blue, and it's gorgeous. I've been using that in a lot of cards. I've actually got a card making class coming up next month that predominantly uses this color, so watch out for that. So I'm really excited to show you those. And then not only do you get the stamp sets, but you also get the cardstock as well to go with it. So you've got all the different colored cardstock, so you'd get a pack of 20 of those, so it's 4 of each color. And then you would also get the DSP. If you haven't seen this, this is really pretty. It's got the beautiful floral on one side, the stripes on the other, and then the other pattern that they've got is the dots, the polka dots, and that sort of not hexagon, that tartaned kind of look there, which is really, really pretty. And so you get that in all of the colors, so you get 6 of each of the sheets. And so I think 24, 6, 30 sheets in total. No, that can't be right. It's a pack of 6 by 6 anyway, so you've got plenty of 48 in there. So it's a really good way to get started. So you will also get some grid paper. I did not order it. I totally forgot to order it, but the grid paper in the in colors as well. So it protects your table, and you're able to do some beautiful videos with that as well if you also have that. So not only will you get the DSP, the cardstock, the inks, you're going to get all of this for free, plus $235 worth of product on top of this as well. So it's a great way to join. Now, if you're scared about joining, if you're a bit like, oh, I don't want to join, I don't want to do it as a business or anything like that, that is totally fine. You do not have to do it as a business. You can just do it as a hobby. It's an account that's open that gives you 20% off whenever you would like to order. And if you don't end up ordering, then you just drop back down to become a customer of mine again. But it's a great month to get all these extra freebies. So if you haven't already got the in colors, definitely touch base with me and I will show you how to do that. I'll pop in the description below, there is actually a joining link. So feel free to click on that. But if you get stuck at all, just send me a message. So we're going to use some of the essential things that you would use and maybe would consider being putting in your kit to start off with today, just to make really basic cards. Now you can purchase, as we're doing today, you can purchase pre-done cards that are just, they're called memory and more cards that are just white and come with envelopes, or you can actually buy the cardstock and a trimmer and cut them down to your size. So today we're just going to use these. We probably will end up using maybe the trimmer and some paper. Now, if you haven't seen the new abstract paper, it does come in a brand new size. It's the 4 by 6 size, and it's just a really, really pretty papers. It's got that gold glimmer to it that accents through some of the cards. It's just really, really pretty, and it comes in that new 4 by 6 because it's perfect for card front sizes. So it will fit perfectly on a card front. If you wanted to cover the full card front, which we may even use today if there's one here that we don't want to use. So we're going to use these, and it comes in all different colors, so there's lots of mix that you can do with them. I thought that we would remake some of the cards that you see in the catalogue as well, so we'll give it our own little twist. But if you want to have a look on page 48 of the mini catalogue and follow along, we're going to try and recreate some of those. So it also comes with this, what they call an ephemera pack. I had to get that out. Ephemera pack, which comes with like lots of different already pre-cut dies that pop out as well. So we're going to use the whole pack today and see what we can come up with. So let's have a look. Let's go with one of the solid colors to start off with. What colors shall we go with? Let's have a look at some of these papers in here. I might go with the navy and put some pink polka dots on it, and then we might pick some of these cards that have some of that pink and navy in it, and we'll see. Oh, here's a good one. Well, let's go with this one and see what we can create with these. So let's start off with this first card. Please excuse my absolute mess today. You should see the rest of my desk. Isn't that what crafting's all about? Having fun. So I'm going to cut some shapes out of these ones. Now you can do it in all different shapes, but we're going to go with the circle to start off with, and I'll show you how you can create just some patterns with purely simply putting some circles on there. And if you had a plain white base card, you can also stamp some circles on there too if you wanted to. So the first one here, we're just going to purely and simply use DSP and the cards, and we're going to cut some of these dies out here. So we'll use these shape dies first. So we'll pop those out, and we'll just cut some of these shapes using the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. Now, if you haven't used this before, I might see if I can pop it in the picture. Is it going to be too big? So all we're going to do is we get these plates, just clean these up a bit, and we're going to put down the large plate here, and we've got our number 2 and our number 3. Now if your plates start to look like this, that's more than okay. That's what they're meant to do. It's totally fine. Don't freak out. Then we're going to place our papers on here. So we might go with this one for a big circle. We'll go with this one here for the next size down. So we'll just do these 2 to start off with, and you just pop your extra plate on there. Just make it nice and even, and we're just going to literally roll that through. So you would just hold the handle at the top, roll it through. Please excuse the shaking desk now that I've done it on here. And it would come out the other side. I'll just move this. It'll come out the other side, and it's just popped those dies out there. And so this big one actually has, I don't know if you can see that, it has like an embossed look to it as well, so it doesn't cut all the way through, and you can probably see it better on the die, and it just pushes a pattern into it, whereas these little white ones, are just purely and simply the circles. So we're just going to cut out a few circles. I'll put these aside, cut out a few circles in some different papers, and we'll see how we go. Might just cut out a few different sizes in these ones. And we might need just one white circle as well, because we'll need somewhere to stamp our beautiful centre. You might hear that crackling noise again, absolutely normal. It's just the metal and the plastic against each other. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I'll pop these out. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I just might skip over good afternoon crafting along. That's what you do on a Sunday afternoon, isn't it? So we can use these cards, and we can place them directly onto this deep blue background. So we're just going to pick and choose what colours we want. So we might pop this one under here. We're going to just do some little ones here, pop this one here. And we might even got the beautiful polka dots on the other side as well. So what we might do is just place those there. Now we don't need to use them all. We can pop some on another card if we want to. And I might just get one white circle cut out there so that we can have somewhere for our centre to go. Now I always have my scraps set aside, or my inserts set aside in one of our Stampin' Up cases. It's a great way to have a bunch of these already pre ready to go, able to use So you can just do lots of different shapes and sizes. We might do another one with hexagon. So we've just got this little white one here, which we will place just up and above over here with the sentiment. And we might get some of this ephemera pack too, and just see if we can pop any of that on there as well. We might have just like a little flower in the corner here. These are quite circular, so you could even pop, you know, pop one on the middle, off to the side with the circles, and they've got the leaves there to match. So let's have a play with that. But what I'll do first is I'll stamp a sentiment. So we've got some beautiful sentiments on here. This calls for a celebration. First of all, you're amazing. Thank you. Hello, beautiful. So there's lots here. I might just do a simple thank you on this one. Now, if your stamps start to go a bit pinkish, it just means you've used a blue or pink based, like anything blue, purple, pink. They've all got that red tone to it. It's going to leave that mark. It's bound to happen. You can't help it. But there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So we're just going to stick this sentiment right in the middle. Actually, I might off-center it a little bit, because then what we can do, please excuse the loud banging in the background, my kids coming in and out the front door. So we'll put the thank you there, and that leaves us some room to put a little bit of the ephemera pack on there as well. So we might go with this dark colour, and I'm pretty sure that's Misty Moon, not Misty Moonlight, I'm pretty sure that's Night of Navy, yeah? So I'll grab my Night of Navy. So we'll go with the Night of Navy, and we'll just stamp it off to the side. So just give it firm pressure, but don't wobble it back and forth. And then we've got our little thank you just there. Now the best way to clean your stamps would be to use the cleaning chamois. I absolutely love my cleaning chamois. So I just keep it in here. I've cut one up and got one in there, and I just give it a quick, you know, wipe if it's small, done, and I pop that back in. If it gets a bit dry, you can just make them damp again. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's good to go. So I'll pop that off to the side. Now to place all these on here, I normally start with the one that's going to be on the bottom, and I will just glue that down with Tombow glue. Now the good thing about Tombow glue is it's very versatile. You only need a little bit on the bottom, but you've got movement to move. You've got room to move with it. Whereas if you go with double-sided tape or something like that, once it's stuck down, that's it, it's in place. Now for the next few, I probably want to raise one or two of them up, so we just need to be mindful of that. So I'll probably pop this one down as well. And I'll pop this one. I might put that one on dimensional, so I'll just grab some of dimensionals. Oop, I'm running out of this packet, but that's okay. We're not gonna. So I just put the dimensionals on the back and just let them raised up a bit there. This one I've run out of edges, so I'll just use the edging of it. Don't waste any of it. There's no point you having wastage done. We're just going to pop this one probably up here a little bit. Pop some of the edges on there. Move its way around. So it just does tear quite easily. I just tear this one because I don't want to get sticky stuff on my snips if I don't have to. And then I just peel the edges off. Now if you can't get those edges off because you don't have nails or it's a bit tough for you, picker tool's a great way to use that. So we're just going to raise that. What are we going to do? No, I'm going to go over the top. Raise that over the top just there. Let's see if we can pop some of this ephemera pack in there. So it's just a matter of having a play. So we can get like the little, even that's quite cute. With a little, the gold is placed on vellum, so it looks quite pretty on the vellum. So you can mix and match. If you don't like something, you don't have to use it. And a good way to store these, just in a little Ziploc bag or something. You can put the stars on there. That would make it look like the starry sky, which would look really nice on this blue background, and would mean that we just given it that finish touch. So just something simple like that. Let's stick with that. Sometimes if you go too much, it gets making you going over the top. So to put these little vellum pieces on, I would use my glue dots. Okay, so with your glue dots, all you're going to do is you're going to grab your little piece and you're going to stick it on the glue dot and then just peel it back off. And the glue dot has stuck on the back. Now, the good thing about these glue dots being clear, even through the vellum, they're very, very hard to see. So it just helps keep those on your cards like that. So we're just going to stick those on there. Now we just do the same on this one. So I'll just grab a glue dot and stick it on the end of the leaf, and I'll pop that leaf coming up. Just get it in the right position. Just pop that leaf coming up, sort of out of the top there, and then we can pop it on there. So I'll just use some Tombow glue because I don't need, and only put the Tombow glue on the, obviously the cardboard part, because it will show through the the vellum, so we don't want that to happen. So look, just a beautiful simple card, and all you've done is cut some circles out of that beautiful paper. So how gorgeous is that? So should we try another one with the hexagons? Let's pick another color and pop that one to the side, and we will get our hexagon shaped dies out this time. So we'll pop our circles back. We don't want to lose all of them. It's always good to try and clean up as you go. I know as crafters we don't always do that, but if we clean up as we go, we tend to not have as many problems. So we're going to go with the hexagons, and we're going to cut out the different shapes in that. So let's pick another. How about we go with one of these? So if we're going with, what should we do? Let's have a look at some of these colors and mix and match them. So it's just a matter of trying. We can do the black one and do just sort of more like a black and white look with just a pop of color. Let's try that and see how that goes. So we'll cut them out of these 3 here. So we'll get the 4. And as I said before, it doesn't matter if you are, doesn't matter if you cut a few extras out. You can always make an extra card later. And the good thing about this one is if you're very strategic with it, if we place it here, we could just put like a little sentiment in the corner if we really wanted to. So we might give that a go, and if that doesn't work, we can always cut it out of white cardstock. So pop that one through. With the hexagon shape. And then we'll pop these ones on here. and cut some of these other colours. So this one's got the black stripes on the back, so we'll use the same sheet so we're not wasting sheets. Cut the different sizes out. Always cut another big one. So the good thing with hexagons, you just line them up and you're able to get multiples out of the same sheet. Okay. Oh, what about it there? It's chucking a tantrum on me, doesn't want to go through. I've popped it in on a funny angle. There we go. So we'll just pop those to the side so we don't lose any of those, and I'll pop them away in a second. So here's some more hexagons. So very, very pretty. So we've stuck with the same sort of colours, and even if you turn them over, they're the same colours as over there. So we want these black stripes. We've got that one there. We've also got, you know, the gold polka dots. Oops, can't see those. So we're going to sort of muck around and play with those now. So it's just a matter of placing them on your card and working out exactly how you want them to be displayed. And as I said before, you can mix and match. You can do whatever sizes and colours you want. You wanted the black stripes, maybe some polka dots. We just have that look again, and we can put the sentiment right there in the middle. So was there a small sentiment in the stamp set? Let's have a look. So we're looking at small sentiment that we want. We could just do thank you again in that space. So it'd fit perfectly in that gap just there. Or we can do hello beautiful. I might just do the thank you again. You can never have enough thank you sentiments, so we'll stamp that one first. Now a good way to stamp that would actually be very quickly, you could emboss that in the gold to keep with that gold theme, but I'm just going to stick with the black. I think that'll stand out the most, and we'll just stamp that in the black ink. And it doesn't matter if it's a bit off center. I'll do that on a little bit of an angle so it all fits in, because it just adds to the look of the card. So let's pop these together. So we don't need that one. We can pop that one to the side. So there's one that you could use later, or again you could put, there's another one with space for a thank you. And we're going to do the same as we did before. We're going to pop this one down flat. Here. We still want that black in the background to pop out just a little bit. I might pop this one down too, and the rest will raise up. So just roughly work out where you're going to place things, and we'll put the other two on dimensionals as we did before. So when it's probably paper, I just use one or two more dimensionals than I normally would, just because it's not as sturdy as cardstock. I mean, it's still quite thick, but it's always good to have that extra. Okay, so I've kind of changed shapes as we've developed anyway, which is, you know, you just move them around until it suits you. I always like to put some in the middle because it stops that bowing, especially when it goes through the post and it gets a little bit more squished. if you're putting one in the middle, then it stops it bowing in the middle and looking a little bit tacky. At least you've given it some extra weight. So what are we going to do? Just pop it there. So you could leave it as simple as that. I'm just going to add some embellishments to it, just to give it some extra oomph. So we're going with the pink. So we'll always put the pink on the black spaces. And I like to go with odd numbers. I just feel like it just looks more balanced if you're going with the odd numbers. I don't think it needs much more, but let's just have a look at the ephemera pack and just see if there's anything extra that we would use on here. You could go with the little, you know, a little pink love heart on the edge. Add to the colors. Even some of the gold could easily be put through there, to which I've now lost. Can you see it on my desk? This is what happens when I craft live. I end up making an absolute mess and not being able to find anything. So I think we can't go with gold because I don't know where I put it. That's okay. But I just like that little pink love heart just up there. I think I'll just do that on its own. We'll keep these for the next one. So I just put a little tiny dimensional underneath there. And see, that one's getting tough to get off. So what I'd get is you just get your picker tool and just put it in like that, and it comes straight off. And then you got your little love heart. How cute is that card? Something really quick and easy and simple, and able to be used just as a thank you card. Now with those ones, they did come with envelopes, so if you really wanted to jazz up your envelopes to match your cards, you could use the excess of these that you had before. So let's just pop these off to the side, and so we've got our extra cards. And so all I would do is you could add your shapes in the side on the back here. So you do have the insides that match as well, all your different ones. So let's go with the black and white on that side. Let's see what other colors we've got here. So we want, so you can even go stripes with that one, and you've got the blue with this one. So let's go blue. What else have we got? Now I know this is on the inside, but you know, it's always still nice to open up and have them pretty on the inside. So let's go blue with this one, and the black stripes with this one, and we might just pop, can even cut the hexagons and pop them on the back, but I'm thinking we might just pop some of it on the front. So all I would do is, if I'm going this hexagon look, let's work out which way we want it. Okay, so let's go putting this top bit on here like this, and we're just going to pop that there like that. Now don't feel, this is a good thing about Tombow glue, it can move a little bit. Now if you feel like you're going to get glue on your desk, use the little, which I should have used, you can use the silicone mat and pop that down, and actually the glue just balls straight off that, so you never get a messy desk. So I'll just give this a quick trim with your snips down the side like this. There you go. Now you've got a funky envelope with a funky card, and it's just really plain and simple there. And we can do the same with the circles. So we know that we had 1 or 2 circle dies left over. So you could pop those, you know, wherever you wanted. You'd still have room here. So what we can do is actually pop, let's pop this one on here like this, and we'll pop this one over the top as well. And all I do is same thing, just turn it over, and I would just, without cutting the envelope obviously, just snip to the edge. And again, you've got another beautiful card to match this one. So there's just two really simple cards that you can make using the Abstract Beauty pack. And as a suite, it's $140, but it does come with the stamp set and dies, the embellishments, the cards with their envelopes, the ephemera pack as well. It comes with all of that. And then it obviously comes with all the beautiful papers as well. So you've got all these beautiful different papers that you can use, and you'd get all of this with the stamp set and dies for $140. But if you joined, all you'd have to do is spend another $29, and you'd actually get another $150 odd over the top of that free as well. So don't forget, like, you can get a lot for your buck, and you can just make something really, really simple like these cards. But if you wanted to go more advanced, then obviously you could go along with the stamping and add different things to it as well. But I just thought these two here were just beautiful little simple cards that you can make for friends and family that don't take too much effort, which is just gorgeous. So thanks so much for joining today. We're really, really grateful that, I'm throwing them on the floor already. Really, really grateful that we got to make some beautiful cards with you today. Again, if you have any questions about the joining, I will pop the link. The link is down below, so feel free to go to there. I also wanted to say that we've finally launched our Shopify shop that has everything in it for your storage solutions. So my husband makes these glue holders. So you have the dual glue holder here that holds the Stampin' Seal and the Tombow glue in it. It also has the honeycomb holder, which on one side will hold the Tombow glue, and on the other side has separate compartments to hold like your snips and your picker tools, your Wink of Stella, your little watercolor brushes as well. And then you also have your blending brush holder here. So it holds 6 of your blending brush holders, which I find does the 6 tones of colors in our in the color wheel. So you are able to do that. So it has a little blending holder brush there. There is also a dauber grid. So for any of you that still have the thick wide cases, you can store your daubers in one of those. Let me just grab it. So in the thick wide cases, unfortunately Stampin' Up doesn't sell these ones anymore, but you probably find them elsewhere. I've got my dauber grid and all my daubers in there, and it's just a little plastic sleeve. I don't want to pull it out too much because it's just a little black plastic sleeve that just keeps them all separated in there. You can either glue it in or just leave it separate. So he does those as well. He will also do custom made drawer slots for your ribbons. So ribbons are really hard to store in drawers, but if you store them upright like this, he's just got underneath, let me show you, it's a little curve that they all sit on long ways, so then they don't go running around the drawer. They actually stay within their rows, which makes it so much easier for when I'm tipping up the drawer like I just did, they actually don't go moving about because they're all in their little grooves, so to speak. Another really fancy one that I liked that he made for me this time was to store all my re-inkers in a drawer. So you have to work out what size drawer you've got. Let's just take those two out. But all my re-inkers are in their own little grids. They don't move around in my drawer, and I can just pop one out and pop one back in. They are more custom made ones because it depends on the size of your drawer, but they fit all the re-inkers in there as well. So we have lots of different things. We have a standalone Tombow glue holder. I don't have one on my desk at the moment, but if you want to head over to RebeccaNutley.com and just go to shop and go to the retired products section, it will come up with our shop for all the retired products that have just ended in the last catalogue that we have left, and all of the products that my husband makes here as well. So head down in the description below and that will be in there as well. So if you have any questions, just contact me, but otherwise thanks for today and happy